So you should be able to see my screen. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do a short introduction to the Cobot Maker Space. So, and also a little bit about an introduction to the city that it's in. So going on, so we're based in Nottingham. Nottingham's here in the heart of England, the United Kingdom. And some of you might be familiar with Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest and the Sheriff of Nottingham. So all of that's based here. The university has two campuses, the Jubilee campus, which is over here on my map, and Highfields campus, and it's a park campus. And it has been repeatedly awarded the most beautiful campus in the world. When we have a competition in May next year, I hope you will get to enjoy it. So we ourselves are located in Jubilee Park campus, and this is the Cobot Maker Space. And the Cobot Maker Space is right over here. And you can see the campus is a really interesting series of buildings. So they take pride every time there's funding available for a new building, an architect's employed to do a new design. So the Cobot Maker Space sits in here, and I'm going to show you a short video about that. This is called the geospatial building, and on top of it is a mini train track that runs along and is able to position, and they do research with global positioning satellite systems. And up here down the road is our eco home, and it's got some really interesting research in sustainability, etc. And this interesting building is our innovation, one of our innovation park hubs. So that is the campus where we'll be holding the competition. And something about this space. So I'm going to show you a short video in a second, which will have some of the researchers working in this space talking about the Cobot Maker Space. But we've got an instrumented, reconfigurable living lab test space. That's where the competition will be running, where your robots will be completing the different challenges, the functional and task benchmarking. One of the things that we are really proud of in the Cobot Maker Space is a range of different skills which enable us to take a co-production approach to our work, which is involving, particularly in healthcare. It's important to have a whole range of skills, psychologists, clinicians, carers, etc., be able to talk and discuss. So during that week of the campaign, we hope to have some interesting talks from different perspectives on this. And of course, this is all about benchmarking and the instrumentation, etc. There's a link to the Cobot Maker Space where I'm located. But what I'm going to do now is play a short video about the space. So please let me know if the sound doesn't work. Hopefully it should all be fine.
So this is the Cobot Maker Space. It's all about new ways of working with cobots. And what are cobots? Well, they're like robots, it's in the name, but the co means they're collaborative. So they're very much focused on how humans and robots work quite closely together.
The Cobot Maker Space consists of readily reconfigurable labs which provide flexibility to create and tailor environments. We have a workshop equipped with 8 mobile robots and state-of-the-art human sensing technology for prototyping and assembling novel devices. Our living space provides an area to deploy a variety of digitally enhanced products that enables exploration of interaction between people and intelligent systems within a home environment.
The Cobot Maker Space is a place where the public, researchers, people from industry, technologists can all come together, create connect and collaborate.
We've got a range of robots here. We've got robots that are concerned with manufacturing future products. You can see them, they look like these kind of manufacturing arms here. But we've also got some social robots. Joan's sitting next to me, there's some in the background. Oh, there's an industrial cleaning robot there. So we're looking at all sorts of ways humans and robots can collaborate. And what we want is people to bring us their projects and their ideas, and we're going to help shape those and make the facility open to them.
What we can do in this facility is lots of different types of research. So I'm interested in digital technologies and how we use them to address some of the biggest challenges around sustainability and safety in the world, and my focus is on food and drink manufacturing. So for example, this robot Zappy you can see here, it's a UV disinfection robot. So what we can look at is how this robot can travel around spaces, use its UV lights to disinfect the areas and make them safe.
The Cobot Maker Space is this brand new environment for us to work on robotics in the University of Nottingham, which creates this nice space full with quality equipment, powerful robotic devices, and the computational power to accompany it, including also sensor systems and human tracking capabilities. Being in this space allows us to co-create with different stakeholders, including academics from around here, and with different industrial partners as well.
What's unique about this is it's not your typical research lab, it's a maker space. So the idea is that you can come along here and we've got the facilities to actually develop bespoke solutions and environments. So for example, if you wanted to work with some new sensors and maybe one or two robots, we could put that together and develop that with the facilities we've got here. So we've got 3D printers, we've got lots of different imaging, microphones, and lots of different types of robots.
It's called the Cobot Maker Space because it's more focused on making and producing. It gives us a safe place where we can deploy different projects and test our research.
It's really intended to be used by quite a large number of people. Of course, it's for researchers. And of course, it's for industry, people who are thinking of really using these productivity-enhancing robots on their production lines. But it's also for the public to see how we actually use robots in our daily life, but also in the way our actual products are being used. This might be very important in the future, that people understand exactly how factories nowadays operate. And then there's the creative industry, which are using these cobots in unimaginable ways. So if a company, for example, is thinking about introducing a new robot on their production line in their facility, but they're wondering how this will affect the people on the line, they can actually bring that line in here and we can study it at the push of a button.
So that was the Cobot Maker Space. And moving on, about the metrics field campaign. So we've set the date for the week of May 23rd to 27th next year. You can already, if you haven't, start to look at the evaluation plan, which describes the different tasks and functional benchmarks and provides a lot of guidance for constraints and requirements for you to be able to achieve the success for the competition and the campaign. And to me, these types of campaigns, having taken part in European Robotics League ones, is a lot about collaboration. It is an opportunity to meet with people from different parts of the world, but also share different perspectives on how to solve problems, how they approach problems, etc. So getting prepared for the campaign, an early start obviously is important, and these are some of the things that I tell my team in the past. So take an incremental approach. Don't try to go for solving the whole problem all at once. Try to break it down into some smaller steps, and so achieve the smaller steps once, the most simple way of doing something, and then build on that. Remember that your teams, people come and go, people might be falling ill, etc. So now more than ever, it's really important to document and comment your code. Obviously, it makes it easier to debug, but if somebody leaves or is not available, then you're not left in a lurch after having put in all of that effort. Fundraising is important to be able to travel, etc. So parts, tickets, and pizza. Pizza takes you a long way on a evening where nothing is working. Using multiple sensors, so being able to integrate a lot of sensors into the system, build in redundancy, and explore and experiment, and of course plan for failure. Things will always go wrong, but what is your contingency? And one of the things in the campaigns actually is to start off by focusing on doing a few tasks and functions really well, and then moving on, rather than trying to attempt everything. And then again, there should be an imperative on identifying different research questions so that you can compare different machine vision algorithms, different approaches for solving the problems, different hardware to try what performs better, what works better in the different situations. And then pulling together a team with a diverse set of skills, not just people who know about hardware or software, but also people who are good at project management and coordination and keeping everybody motivated. They are just as important to be part of your team. And of course, the most important thing is to have a great time. I just want to plug our Center for Doctoral Training, just because there is an emerging deadline. If you're interested in doing a PhD, you can go onto this website, cdt.horizon.ac.uk, and apply. There is a webinar on the application process. We do take some places for international students as well. On the 1st of December, there's an international application deadline on the 13th, and home applicant deadline on the 4th, and we've got 15 fully funded PhD studentships available, and we'd like to work with local companies. So I went yesterday, in fact, to the mother company of Boots, Rankin, and we were looking at their industrial production lines, etc. There's a lot of opportunities here in the local region to work with partners. So all I want to say now is we look forward to seeing you in Nottingham for the healthcare campaign. And that's all from me. And I will pass you over to Mara.